Hello, everybody. Welcome to part 3 of this Alien one-shot. Yes, I say part 3 because we don't do one-shots on Infinite Monkey Tales. We always try and stretch them as long as we possibly can. Welcome to the world and universe of Alien, where our intrepid adventurers today are playing members of the United Progressive Peoples, rather than the traditional United Americas or Colonial Marines. These are a mixture of Chinese, German, Russian. They're under the water, 9 miles down, investigating, while trying to survive something strange that's gone on. And we left it last week with a lockdown of an elevator, an attack by some sort of strange sea creature. We also left it last week with the station officer, the senior officer on the station, killed, and water starting to pour in, as well as a nuclear reactor that is slowly losing power. You don't know why it's losing power. Maybe that's something you're going to need to figure out. So let us have our players introduce their characters, maybe tell a little bit about them for those that may have missed the first 2 sessions. And if you've missed the first 2 broadcasts, please go back and catch them up, because it's been interesting. And in a very un-alien-like way, no one's died. Yet. So let's start with Croy. Croy, tell us about who you're playing tonight.
My character, I don't know where he's from. He keeps changing his place. I don't understand. He is the engineer. Fixin Liu, and he plays a part in keeping the station together, and is very, very concerned about the fact that if we stay here for much more than about 4 hours, there will be no power. And if there is no power, then we all die. So the suggestion by the engineer, who has been at the station and practically lived there for the majority of his life, is to get out, and quickly. And that is it. That is him. He is the oldest, or the eldest, of the crew, and by far the wisest.
Okay. Hagen.
I am Ivan Dubov. I am underwater welder. I am 25 years of age, and I did not want to be here. I wanted to be up on surface. Everybody else leave except me. I get to stay here, mop floors, clean toilet. I hate it here. I want it out. I want it out yesterday. Instead, they keep me here. Now place is going to shit. Not my fault. None of this is my fault. Blame Lo. He is the one who lived here longest. It's his problem. Don't.
Okay, right. Some old pirates. We'll drop down to you next.
Okay, I am playing Dr. Kim Pham, 28-year-old doctor and medical officer aboard this station. I am from a farming collective originally, and I left my parents and my family on another planet to come here to be part of this glorious mining operation. Unfortunately, shortly after I arrived at this place, I was informed that my family had been killed in a terrible accident. And as a result, I have become quite disillusioned with the UPP and the way it takes care of its citizens. In short, I don't think it takes care of its citizens or even cares about them at all. And so I am probably the voice of reason on this station. That's what I think. And I think we should get off too.
Okay. Right. Let's jump to Jake, and then we'll come back to Psychological Cable. Jake, who are you playing?
I'm playing Diego Alvarez, affectionately known as DA, or unaffectionately known as DA. I am a company guy. I see it as my job to represent the company's interests in all affairs. And the best way to do that is to keep the people working for the company happy. And the way I achieve that is by frequently drinking with different people in the company on their time off. The result of which is why I am actually still underground here, because I really wasn't supposed to. I was supposed to be already on top. But it is going to be okay because, we still have drink left here underneath. We still have some electricity. We have our chief engineer who will for sure figure out what's going on. I mean, this is, an electrical problem. It's an electrical problem. It'll be fixed. And now we have an elevator to head up with and enough juice to do it as well, as far as I know.
And finally, Psychological Cable, who is returning after missing last week's session.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
first I have to say thank you to the boss for keeping me alive last week, so that's good. I am playing Olga Kremarenko. She is an MSS officer or MSS agent. She is an officer, a captain in the elite commando unit, and she has an unshakable faith in UPP. But her last two assignments, actually her last assignment, was ended less than successfully. She was actually abandoned on an enemy infested planet. So she reluctantly took this assignment to investigate a death on the underwater station, and so very reluctantly took the assignment. And obviously, at this point, she's kind of wondering what's going on because her last assignment didn't end very well, and this one doesn't look to be going in the right direction either. So not so sure that she's going to be so much investigating anymore as trying to find a way out.
Okay. So that was our intrepid crew and our intrepid visitor. You guys are on the underwater mining platform, the Novotny station. Let's just go over a few things that you found out last week. The old station, which is over on the... And I'm going to ping on my screen here, rather than on... The old station has a chemical analyzer for detecting and checking the oil. It also has 3 batteries, only one of which is charged. These batteries came out of the mini-sub, which is over here in the subdock. Unfortunately, there is a tunnel to the subdock that is underwater at the moment. And it's been underwater a fair while. The crew know there are only 2 seats in the sub. It's an emergency escape sub. Only 2 seats are there. Last week, we also discovered that these aliens are, how can I say, fast and blue. And as our good doctor found, the victim of the last attack had some lacerations and some electrical burns. We also had, how can I say it, the chief of the station was killed in the mess hall by a pipe from the air system being knocked into him from a collision from outside. So there's definitely something out there that's not friendly. A small leak happened, which was skillfully patched up by our engineering team. And the leak at the moment is contained. And I think we left it last time. The final thing that happened is you guys learnt that the elevator had been locked down. You're not sure who locked it down, when it was locked down, sometime after Olga arrived. But DA managed to unlock the elevator. And that is kind of where we left it last time. So, DA, you were in the command center. I believe that the rest of the crew were in the mess hall. trying to deal with the amount of blood from the station commander, who's, well, let's just say his chest and heart was ripped out by this pipe going through his chest. And you also learned, or rather one of you learned, that the android, Dimitri, hasn't been serviced in a long time and seemed to intercept some sort of message. Now, did you guys, and I'm trying to remember back, did you guys relate this to Olga about the general and the message?
I don't think we've had a chance. I don't think Jake. Don't think DA's had a chance to speak to her about it yet.
No, I don't think so.
DA had a chance to speak to her about the general in the command center.
You did, didn't you? Okay, so.
Oh, you asked if he knew. You asked.
Yes.
When I found out
that was it.
Who it is, I asked if she knew him, and then Olga mentioned that was basically her superior who sent her.
Okay, that's good. That helps my memory. So basically, the general that sent you down here, Olga, was the same one that sent the message in the system that DA found. Do you remember that message, DA?
The message was not revealed.
No, I said Dimitri wouldn't. Yeah, suddenly didn't remember what it was.
Had a pressing engagement in food and hydroponics.
Yes.
However, we did ask him to come and help with the leak. So he was
into the mess hall. Yes. So let's start today's session. We'll have DA is going to be in the command center. And the rest of you, I believe, were all in the mess hall, either of coming in from the lock after your deep sea excursion. Oh, no, you were at the elevator, weren't you, Croy? Sixon was at the elevator. Yes, he was. So we'll leave Sixon at the elevator. Yes. So, Dr. Pham, Olga, Ivan, you're all in the mess hall. Now, there is a little bit of water, and although you have stopped the main leak, there is a fair amount of water that's leaked down the stairs into the medical area and the hydroponics area. And Dimitri is there kind of looking around, his blue synthetic skin and white piercing eyes, just kind of looking almost as if he doesn't know what to do. He kind of looks, Our station commander seems damaged. Can you repair him, Dr. Pham? It's a big pile of blood where
yes. I don't think so, Dimitri. I think he's been shut down. And I'm looking up at Dubov and I'm saying, what the hell happened? What caused the leak? Something hit the station. Do you know what it was? What the hell happened?
I'm going to guess big blue angry thing outside hit the station. As for him, I'm guessing the pipe. I mean, I am no expert.
The pipe kind of was sticking through his chest. So
I'm not really talking about that. I am the doctor. I think I probably would have figured that bit out. Maybe it was more what hit the station.
So Olga, basically, you were outside doing your walk. You went across to the nuclear power reactor. You found that more power had been drained. Then you went across to the old station and had a little look around there and discovered the batteries. And then you were making your way back when you got attacked by one of these creatures. And it did a little bit of damage to you, not a lot, a little bit of damage. And then you kind of came in, and then suddenly the station shook as something impacted in it, which caused the leak. So that is the set situation. So
Now, Anya is still on the level below on the trolley as well.
she is.
We didn't manage to lift her up.
No,
yet
she is on the trolley below
because we sent. There was another member of the crew whose name I can't remember.
Maria de Campos.
Maria. She's run off to get something to use as a like a rope to lift up.
That's right.
Anya.
She has something in hydroponics.
Yes.
Now Anya woke up and made comments to you about Vyodnoi, which is like an ancient Slavic water spirit. In ancient times, used to take people into the water and drag them down, and yes, they never were found again.
She said it was because we destroyed the life around, on this planet. That these water spirits had come to get us because of that.
Exactly, and of course, the Novotny station is the last of the mining platforms.
And there was one other detail that we probably need to mention as well, and that was the fact that a Weyland-Yutani ship had been recovered, had it not?
That's right.
By the UPP.
Indeed, it had.
And there may have been something on it.
Basically, there seems to have been something to that nature. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Weyland-Yutani, big corporation for the evil three-world empire that are standing against, along with the United Americas, against the UPP in the UPP's perfect statewide system of the people come first.
They sure do.
Which is very apparent in your sophisticated level of technology, the amazing equipment you have on this 100-year-old station.
Yeah.
So
the people come first.
The people come first.
Acting as a shield.
Something like that, yes. Anyway, so let's go back to Ivan, Dr. Fan, and Olga in the mess hall. Continue your conversation.
Has anybody seen Maria? She hasn't come back yet. She was going to fetch something. We need to get Anya onto this level.
Well, let me finish patching hole first, and then I'll help.
Where's Dimitri?
He's just stood there, and he kind of turns and is in the mess hall, goes over to the Tetris machine, and just kind of pulls out a cloth and just starts wiping some of the water that has sprayed onto the screen itself, and seems to be focusing on that.
Dimitri, what are you doing?
The Tetris machine was wrecked. We need the machine for our entertainment while we're on the station.
There are crew members whose lives are at stake here. We need your help.
Yes, of course. But the station commander is non-functional. What can I do to help him? I would gladly sacrifice myself for him if I was able to.
Anya's down there. I'm pointing to the ladder.
Ah, yes.
We need...
Do you want me to carry her up?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Now.
You came from hydroponics, right?
Yes, I was in
Did you see Maria? Did you see Maria while you were there?
She was in there. I will go and get Anya. Ivan, please. The still is over there if you need a drink. Please help yourself. I will not be able to serve you at the moment. And he kind of walks over to the stairs and starts climbing down.
I'm gonna climb down after him.
Okay, you can see Anya is there, and you can see Maria de Campos coming out of the hydroponics bay. She is more wet than she was before, and she kind of looks at you. Kim, we have there's water in the hydroponics bay. I think there's another leak in there.
There's water everywhere.
There's water here, but yes, it's coming in from some of the pipework. Maybe Ivan can come and take a look. Yes. I don't know if it got shook in the impact. Then what was it?
Ivan!
What's out there? What's
Ivan!
out there?
No.
There's a leak. There's a leak in hydroponics.
Not one thing, it's another on this station. I'll go running down and clambering down with the welding gear and try and patch the hole.
Okay, you go climbing down into hydroponics. You can see again. You can see Maria, and you can see Dimitri kind of just stood there looking at Anya. They're kind of looking at the ladder, looking back at Anya. You can see Maria has got a some rope that she pulled out of hydroponics. And Dimitri is kind of stopping there, and he kind of looks at the lamp.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Nothing. I will. Yes. Right. He takes the rope and starts climbing up the ladder, and he kind of loops it down. If you tie the bed, the stretcher to the rope, I will lift her up to this level.
Now, having a quick look at this, does it look like that will work?
Dimitri's quite strong, as are most synthetics, although not as sophisticated as the Weyland-Yutani and the Hyperdyne systems and the more sophisticated and unreliable synthetics that try and pose as humans. Dimitri, in his strong blue skin, he's strong enough to do it.
Okay. So I get Maria to help me kind of attach this thing to the trolley. Yep. And I'm going to follow Dubov down into the hydroponics bay to make sure that he's all right.
Okay. Well, hydroponics, it's where the station grows a majority of the fresh food it can. So, good root crops and lettuces and all manner of things that they can actually physically grow 9 miles under the water in a contained environment. And as you can see, there seems to be a little bit more water in here, and there is a lip because each area has a bulkhead door. And on the side of hydroponics, there's probably about 1.5 to 2 inches of water, and you can see all the tables with the plants and the growing chambers are there, and you can see there is water coming down the far wall, and it's just kind of dripping down quite a little bit more than what you had up there. So maybe the impact loosened something. Maybe it's a 100-year-old station after all, but you are going to need to go and take a look.
I'm 50-50 here about whether or not to just say sod it and close the door or melt the door closed.
Well, that is an option. Olga, what are you doing, by the way? Let's just quickly go and check what Olga's doing.
Yeah, so I it seems like Dimitri is a little overloaded right at the moment, but I'm super interested in what the message is that he received. So I'm trying to give him time to get the stretcher up, but I'm really interested to corner him and interrogate him on what the message was.
Okay, right. So you do see him lifting Anya up, and he kind of puts her down into the mess hall area. He kind of looks at her. She's unconscious. I'm sorry that you have to come into the mess hall, and it is in such a state. Unfortunately, there is blood all over the floor. It seems our station commander has ceased functioning. And he kind of just stops talking, kind of looks at you, then walks past you, and he goes over to the Tetris machine, and he switches the Tetris machine on and starts playing Tetris.
It is an addictive game.
It's that old-style arcade box. It's a classic.
Yeah, so I say to him, Dimitri, with the station commander gone, I believe I'm probably the ranking person on the ship, or on the station. So I really need to know what that message was that you received from my superior.
Message, ma'am? What message?
Well, Dimitri, if we have to, we'll hook you up to the main computer, and I'll download your whole memory bank. But I'd rather not have to do that.
Let me just check a moment. He just kind of clicks his head. And, yes, the message. I did tell Diego about the message. It seems that the general recovered something from Wayland Yutani ship, and I believe he is testing what was found on us. Is
On
that?
us?
Well, I can only assume that.
Did he say anything about what I should be doing? I'm here. So I'm supposed to be investigating a missing person, but it seems like we've gone beyond that a little bit.
As far as I
mentioned it all.
know, your assignment was to investigate the missing crew member. Beyond that, I do not know what the general was thinking. It was just a fragment message that I picked up.
Okay.
There is something strange going on. Do you think we'll survive? He kind of looks back to the Tetris machine. we must take the machine to the surface when we leave.
Yeah, well, okay. I'm gonna survive. So, with that, I walk away from him, and
He kind of goes back to the Tetris machine. He's and the old Tetris beeps are going.
yeah.
Okay,
So I guess-
Diego. Let's go back to you in the control room. What are you doing?
Well, immediately after getting the elevators opened, I would probably communicate that everybody else. I think guys, we're leaking and we're losing power, so we
Okay.
may want to concentrate our efforts, and maybe from the command center, in order to conserve energy, I can cut off electrical systems in areas that we're not using, or maybe shut down life support in areas that we're not using, in order to conserve enough power to get us to the lift and get up.
Okay, so Sixon, you kind of hear this message coming across. You are outside the elevator. You have seen that the elevator is slowly, and I mean slowly, traversing down from the surface. It's 9-mile journey down to you guys. You know that between here and the command center, there is the jogging track area, which is over here. There is also some pumps and filter systems for pumping out minor leaks. You may be able to do something with leaks as long as things don't get worse. You also know that the nuclear reactor is losing power. So with that call from Diego, what's the plan for Sixon?
Diego, I am going to look at getting to the subdock. I need to check to see how it is. It may not be good, it may be fine, I don't know, but I am going to try to find it.
That's been flooded for a while.
I think we might need it. I would rather be having a backup, yes? Belt and braces, as they used to say.
Is this person-to-person communication?
Yes.
Yes, it probably will be, yes.
So just in case you and I and everybody else can use the lift. That's smart thinking. Where should I meet you?
If you come past the jogging track, pick up one of the pumps that is there, and we can have a look and see what we can do.
Okay, the only other way of getting to the subdock is going out of one airlock entrance that you've been using on the west side and making a walk under the sea, and entering the sub area via the airlock on the east side of the platform over here. But that does mean taking a little walk on the wild side. But you also know that the 3 batteries are over in the old station, and they came out of the sub originally. So you pretty certain that you've had no new batteries delivered in the last 6 months, 12 months. So you might, because the old station is not drawing any power from the nuclear reactor. That was discovered by you as well. So you may need to go to the old station and bring one of the batteries back with you. But you need to check the sub first.
Also,
whatever happens, you're going to need to take a walk on the wild side.
I need to find out where the power is being leaked. We cannot afford to lose power. It may well be from this, the only area that we have not yet found. So I, if nothing else, need to get it clear so we can determine if the electrical elements of this are working. We may be able to stop the leak. We may be able to stop the draw on the station and buy us some more time.
Well,
Okay.
Sexton, if indeed we need to check the state of the subs to make sure that it's good, could we not use our underwater apparatus to try to make our way down the flooded tunnel without having to go through one airlock or another airlock?
You would have to basically seal off a section. So, say if the flooded tunnel's here, you're fairly certain the subdock is not flooded. So you would need to flood this area, lock a bulkhead door here, flood this area to equalize the water and the pressure. Then traverse your way down to the flooded tunnel. But the flooded tunnel has been flooded for a while now. It's not something that's recent. You were waiting for parts, but you don't know the state of the bulkhead door on this side, but you're fairly certain the subdock has its integrity. So if you did manage to cut or open this bulkhead door here, that would release this water into the subdock. You should not damage the sub, but this is flooded because there is a leak. There is some sort of hole that flooded it. So that would then draw any water from outside potentially into the subdock.
Sixon would know all this.
Sixon would know all this, yes.
Croy doesn't know this. He's not got a clue. But Sixon definitely does. So Sixon would definitely have a plan that would allow him to get access to the subdock from the inside. And that plan would be something along the lines of blocking one of the doors further down the corridor, opening the inner door and let the water flood down the corridor in a space that's relatively even, to then basically give the chance to then get to the end of the flooded corridor to open up into the subdock and let the water then drain back into the subdock. That's what he's thinking, I guess. Something like that.
The only problem with that plan is if there is and there is some sort of damage to the flooded tunnel that is open to the sea, whatever you do is going to draw in water. You're not going to stop that unless you plug it.
Does Sixon know how bad that leak is? Has he already been out there and checked it in the past?
Yes, you haven't got a patch big enough to plug it.
Oh, damn, right. Okay, well, in that case, that plan wouldn't work.
Although possibly, you could tear some metal off the station. You could do some damage to the station, and maybe Ivan, as an expert welder, could go outside and weld a large panel on there. That may hold it temporarily, but whatever happens, someone has to go outside.
I'm having this conversation as I'm walking down along the corridor. How long does the lift take to come down?
It takes a good hour, yes.
So I'm walking and I say, well, we have, and I say this to everybody, the lift is on its way. We have an hour until the lift arrives. If you have any business to conclude, I suggest that you make sure that you are done.
Sixon, I think maybe if it would be helpful to you, I'll head to maintenance. Maybe we should look at trying to cut power off certain sections of the station that aren't being used. Maybe if one of those is the cause of the drain, the power will stabilize. Maybe we should all head into an area where we can all wait together for the lift while consuming less energy in the station.
Well, we have already been monitoring and found nothing, assuming that Dubov has done his job, which is, and he pauses for a minute, possible.
Okay.
And then it's just, but yes, the only way we can be sure to maximize our systems, perhaps we should meet in the monitoring areas close to the elevator.
All right, I'm going to head.
Okay, yep.
Security seems like a good place. Maybe security will be the most secure place. I mean, we don't know whatever caused the station to shake. It could happen again.
The entire station is built from a single technique and shell, and whilst it is designed to withstand pressure from 9 miles of water above it, it was never built to withstand an underwater juggernaut smashing against it.
Are you saying that out loud
Yes.
to everyone?
The places
Nonsense. This is the best that the UPP had to offer 100 years ago. In fact, I'm certain that whatever knocked into the station probably knocked itself out completely. That was a pretty big shake. Nothing could survive.
Knocked into the station? Knocked into the station? Are you serious?
The most structurally secure part of the station is between the subdock and security. There are multiple pillars supporting it. There are multiple areas keeping the weight distributed across the entire ceiling. If we are going to survive anywhere, it will be there. A running track, monitoring next to security, and also with the added advantage of being very close to the lift when it arrives.
Have we accounted for everybody?
You have. Mark, you keep cutting out, by the way. Don't know if it's me.
No,
yes, you have
me.
Yeah, you have accounted for everybody. The hardest thing you've got is you've got Anna on the stretcher, who's now in the mess hall. You've got a dead body in the medical bay of Frankel.
Yeah.
And at that point, you can see Kim. You can see Maria. What happened to Frankel? What did that to him? They look like burns and cuts. Did someone put a welding torch on him?
I don't think so. He was out there by himself, if I recall. No, Lou was with him, you're right. No.
You don't think Lou did this, did you?
No, there's something else out there. Even Ivan was talking about it. He said there's a blue thing out there. I didn't get a chance to talk to him.
A blue thing? Are we going to get out of here? Oh, my plants. I've got to go and check the plants.
Maria.
They help keep the oxygen going.
Look, we're not going to be here long enough. I wouldn't worry about that. Let's just do what Lou suggested. Let's just head to that central area. All of us can get together. We'll just wait for the lift.
Are we going to leave Frankel there?
Look, I don't think he's going to be complaining too much.
This is crazy.
Well, what do you suggest we do?
I don't know. this is something that I've never seen before.
Look, I don't even think Lou has seen this before.
But with Quang dead, who's in charge? And this Olga captain.
I don't know. I don't trust her, but
You know, nothing really happened until just before she
standing
came
right
down here. They're talking quite quietly.
we headed off to hydroponics.
Yeah.
With
okay.
Dubov.
Yeah, of course, Dubov, you are in hydroponics, so
Yeah.
they are talking. You probably hear this. Nothing. I mean, it happened just before. You know that woman, and she's hardline party. You know, I don't know. I know.
Look, she was here to investigate a disappearance, right? I don't think she knows what's going on any more than we do.
But is she in charge? That's the question. Or is it Sixon? Or is it DA? I don't know who's in charge.
Not DA, for fuck's sake, not DA.
He's the company man.
No, exactly.
Company, people, company, party. I just don't know what to do. I don't know what we should do.
Look, I trust Lou more than I trust fucking Diego.
Try not to overthink it. We're 9 miles underwater being attacked by a strange alien creature. We're in tin can, essentially, running out of air. Try not to overthink things.
Whatever happens, Quang being dead is good. He was an asshole. We're going to get out of this, you and I, definitely. And you, Ivan, of course. Yes.
Gee, your confidence overwhelms me.
Hey, look, just whatever happens, don't trust Diego. I think he knows more of what's going on than he's letting on. And maybe the captain, too. Maybe they're in it together, I don't know.
You okay? You feeling okay yourself? Do you need a stim?
I take a look at that.
Yeah, it looks like
I take it out of her hands and stick it in my pocket.
What? Well, that's my stim. I'm allowed to have it. Kim, come on. Let's just see if you need to pick me up.
Yeah, maybe I do. Later,
Well,
maybe.
You're not supposed to take all 10. Goodness me. Right, come on. Let's get upstairs. Ivan, you're going to be okay down here. We're not saving anything. Oh, well, what's the plan? Can you fix the wall?
If I can't fix the wall, I will just close the door and weld the door shut. It is fine.
Why don't we just
Okay.
do that anyway? Will that save time?
Gives me something to do for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm trying to play this casual at the same time.
So what have you been doing for the last 10 minutes?
Listening to us.
Also looking for the leak. Because we grow them in hydroponics. They're everywhere, but I'm looking for a different kind of leak.
I see what you did there.
Different kind of leak?
Don't ask.
I just...
You've been
had too
hanging
much
with
to drink
Diego
last
too
night.
long.
Whatever you do, if you're going back to security, safety still.
The stills in the mess hall.
Look, no, we're going to stick together here, right?
You and I.
Look, if
yeah,
you
we'll
can't-
stick
if you
together,
can't-
yes.
If you can't fix that thing, then we're going to head back. We're going to shut that door and we're going to weld it shut, right? And just get a move on.
Right, I'll start looking for a way. I'll start looking for these leaks. 2 questions, really. Are there too many leaks to patch up, or am I just best off just saying, sod this, and closing the door and welding it shut?
If you're wanting to do things fast, welding shut the door into hydroponics will be the way to go.
So long as I'm on the other side of the door from hydroponics.
Yeah,
That will be a good plan. It will be a good plan.
yeah. Make an intellect roll.
Right, okay. You start there. You get your thing on. You see, Maria kind of pulls your psychic. Look, I'm a competent diver. We get out into the suits. We can go and walk around to the sub bay. Get the sub to the surface. Let's not wait for the elevator. Let's just go for it. I can get
You
you through it.
You have not seen the thing that is outside. I am not going outside. Suit or no. I would need every weapon we have available, and even then would still want more weapons. Not a chance.
I mean, this thing that you saw outside, Ivan, what was it?
Big, blue, lethal, fast.
That Olga woman, she's military. We'll send her out to kill it. It's what her duty is, to protect us.
You have more confidence in the military than we do, my friend.
I just want to get out of here. I mean, I think we can all three squeeze as long as you two don't mind getting comfy and cozy in the sub. It'll get us to the surface. I'm sure we can squeeze 3 in there. Let them have the elevator ride up. At least we'll be in control of our own ascent. We still don't know why it was locked down and who locked it down. For all we know, there could be a bomb coming down the elevator shaft. There could be more of Olga's troops. We just don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Really, really, really craving a drink from that still right now.
But it's you get this up and you've got to go through the mess hall to get to security. So it would be rude not to have one last drink.
Oh yeah, toast the stills, toast the station, toast for the dead.
It's the UPP way.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So you guys have come out now of hydroponics. Olga, what were you doing? You know, I mean, Medical Bay was down there. You know that Dr. Pham had done an autopsy or done some checks on there, and I think you put over the. Did you put it over the? You put it over the comms that it was lacerations and electrical burns, didn't you? Sure, you told Quang.
Yeah, and I at this point,
Let's just go with yes.
I think
Yeah,
you would have.
I've given up investigating anyway, so it's I'm ready to get off. So I heard the message, hey, let's meet in security. So that's really I'm headed to security, and as I was as I was going out of the mess hall, I stick my head down the passageway to hydroponics to the others and say, hey,
Yep.
Dimitri said that that we are under attack, or we're being used as guinea pigs for an attack for a alien creature. So we should get out of here.
Wait, what?
What the? What? Did you hear that, Ivan? Hey, kind of claps you on the back. Take that helmet off. Listen.
Yep. And so on my last mission prior to this, they left me stranded on an alien enemy-infested planet. Now they have me down here with an alien creature that they're testing. So obviously they have it in for me personally, but we need to get out of here. We need to go.
Okay.
It's ceiling. Come on, Ivan, get back to work. Kind of slaps you on the shoulder again.
I'm going to the elevator.
Okay, you're heading to the elevator then, and you're climbing up, I guess, to the mess hall, and you see Dimitri is playing Tetris, and Anya is there on the stretcher, still unconscious.
Okay. So as I climb up, I see him on the machine. I just go over to him and I just shove him.
Okay. Yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm on a signed break, Dr. Pham.
The station is falling apart. What are you doing?
I was playing Tetris. I'm quite good at Tetris.
What? We're all going to die unless we get off this station, all of us. And we need your help.
Of course, Dr. Pham. You do realize that I cannot die.
What a bet. Okay.
What do you need, Dr. Pham?
I need you to carry Anna. Carry Anya, take her to the security center. Do it now.
Of course.
And
he goes over.
I rip the plug out of the wall of the Tetris machine.
He picks her up and starts moving out of the mess hall down this way. past the filtration and the lockers, and heading towards the security section, which is over here.
Okay.
Okay, DA.
Well, as I hear, I guess, that Dimitri is walking down the hallway. Maybe I understand that they're starting to move. I'm just gonna go tell everybody for command session. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna head to security and see if I can find a way to cut power to the lower levels. They're not needed anymore, and we should try to conserve as much power as possible. With Quang dead, I'm gonna take control of this exfiltration mission from here, being next in line. It's going to be good, guys. I got the elevator working. My codes worked. My codes will work to get us out of here as well. And from the command center, I'm going to... First of all, is anybody left now in hydroponics still, or anybody left on the lower levels?
No. This hatch here down to the medical bay and hydroponics will need to be sealed shut as well. Now you can close that manually, or it can be welded shut so that it has an improved seal. But you know that Ivan was just sealing hydroponics off, so he's going to have to bring his welding gear, come up here, and he's going to have to seal that hatch going down to the lower level there.
Dubov, as soon as you could seal the lower level, let me know. We'll cut power to there.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Very good.
Okay. Can you all make a mobility roll for me? Because at this point in time, there is a mighty clang and banging, and the station kind of moves again as you are all thrown across the console and across the halls. Dubov, you're okay.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Whoops. Oh.
Okay. Sixon, you are okay. So first off, Dubov, yeah, you feel it. You brace yourself quite skillfully, though. You know, I am a mighty welder. I stick to everything, and yes, and you kind of pull yourself as the station rocks again, and again you can hear, you can see now more water kind of coming down the hatch that you were just about to climb up from the mess hall, and yes, it's coming in. You know, it's like you've turned on a tap, and it's kind of coming over and getting you wet, which is going to make climbing that ladder and carrying that welding equipment quite treacherous. But we'll come to that in a minute. Sixon, you were over by the... Where were you? You were heading to the...
Monitoring.
You were in the monitoring station. Okay, so you kind of get knocked off your feet. Can you take 1 point of damage, please? As you are thrown to the ground, maybe a slight knock to the head, a little bit of blood coming out as you're banged against the station, and you count down. So you've got whatever your strength is, which is 3. That's your health. So you go down to 2 health. Okay, Diego. Alas, dear Diego. Fantastically, 2 successes there are wiped out by that terrible alien dice. As you are thrown across the counter, and you take 2 damage, please.
Ouch.
Tell me if you go down to 0, by the way, anyone?
I got one.
You got 1 left. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You're okay. Don't worry. Even at 0, you're not dead. Don't worry. Dr. Pham,
Yes. At
You
least
are-
I didn't
you-
waste any successes.
At least you're making these successes. Okay, you had literally just unplugged the Tetris machine as the station rocks again, and you see water come pouring in from what was Dubov's skillful and very, very good welding panel. And yes, water is kind of coming in, and you are kind of knocked off your feet. You take 2 damage as you are knocked to the ground, and the Tetris machine falls onto you, catching
That's gonna
your
smart.
leg.
Oh, it's here in the morning.
Okay, Olga.
Do I take stress for that as well, by any chance?
Let's just say, yeah, we're gonna with you seeing the water coming in,
Yeah.
and the fact that you're trapped under
Under
the
an arcade
Tetris machine. You know, these old 1980s arcade machines were quite
They
big,
are
quite
big.
heavy. Yes,
They were.
they were, with those big CRT screens that were extremely heavy with the big valves behind. Yes, we'll give you a point of stress for that. Olga, you were making your way through the jogging track. Now, DA, you were supposed to be getting the pump, weren't you, as you were heading down there? So you haven't got that yet. Okay, so Olga, you are basically thrown off the walkway and down. Basically, this area here is like metal walkway, and this area in the centre is actually a large station-wide pump. You have been knocked down into the pump area. You take 1 point of damage as well, please.
And
Now, you've
that's
already taken a bit of damage, so yeah.
off strength or on health?
Basically, on your health. So you knock off 1 point off your health total. So if your health is, well, your strength is 5, isn't it? So you should have 5 health points. You were down to 1 off, so you'll be 2 off then. So an additional one, and you should have taken 1 off from the damage you took earlier. And you are basically knocked down into the pump area, banged onto the machinery. And yeah, apart from that, yeah, you're okay. A little climb up. You should be able to manage it. Hopefully you'll be able to manage it anyway. Okay, so that is the situation. Now, of course, Dr. Pham, you cannot reach the button for the communications. You're trapped under the thing.
Did you say I can reach it or
You
can't?
cannot reach it.
Oh.
You are trapped there with water starting to come
Yeah.
in. Actually, I need to make a quick roll. Sorry, I need to make a roll for Maria, who was actually would have been up there with you as well. Maria. Oh, okay, that's not too
You've got to
bad.
see her.
Yeah. Let's make a mobility roll for Maria.
We only just met. Oh, look at that.
She is, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, she manages to hold on to the wall, and you do see her up there with you. Dimitri's gone with Anya. And yes, she kind of sees you go down, and she, Kim, are you okay?
By a success.
No, she's an NPC. We're not going that way. No, we're not going that way. Yeah, no.
I tried.
Definitely worth the try, yes. Okay, she kind of comes over to you, looks at the machine. You can see there's a bit of blood on your leg.
Okay.
You can
I've
still
seen
feel
that
your
before.
toes. Yeah, you don't think it's broken, but you know it's definitely hurt a little bit. She's kind of looking as if she's going to try and lift it up, and she kind of goes, "The wolf, get up here! Get up here! Kim's hurt."
I'll ditch the welding gear and go up.
Okay, make a mobility roll to climb up.
Yeah. It's a good thing I ditched the welding gear.
That would have been a minus carrying the welding gear up with you. Yes.
Those pesky aliens.
That's an awful lot of
Hey.
stress.
Okay. You start quite rapidly starting to climb up, and you're doing really, really well. And you're just grabbing for the top rail, and your hand kind of slips on the water, and you kind of you fall back down. Okay, and you take 1 point of damage and add 1 point of stress to you as well, because the water is still coming down and you're even more hurt. Do tell me if you're at 0. I don't know if you are. I'm not looking.
No, I'm fine.
You're okay, that's fine. But you do kind of land funny, and your leg kind of that water is obviously it's in your eyes now as it's coming down. And okay, Dr. Pham, Kim, you kind of hear movement. Then you hear from the hydroponics area down below. Doesn't sound good. You see Maria kind of she kind of looks over to the hatch over there.
Help me!
Yeah, I am. Is she gonna? Okay,
she's trying to help it move it.
She is going to make a strength test.
Yeah, we just got to shift this a little bit.
Okay, and she's there. No, can't lift it. She kind of stops, and you kind of feel the weight of the machine go back down your leg, and okay. She kind of just starts wiping the water off her hands, and now you've kind of got maybe 2 inches of water now in the thing. She kind of wait a second. She goes over to the comm panel, hits the comm. Kim's been hurt. I need some help in the mess hall.
I'm frantically looking around to see if I can see Ivan climbing up out of the hole yet.
No, he hasn't come out of the hole.
Ivan!
Okay, right. Definitely Angie. Right, okay, so you guys are there. So you all hear it's over a station-wide comm. And again, you're kind of picking yourself up. Who was fine. They said the only one that was okay was Dubov, and he's fallen. So you're kind of picking yourself up, and things sounding chaotic. And you hear now more creaking in the steel construction. And at this point, you can see Sixon. Dimitri kind of comes in with Anya. Where would you like the patient?
We put down on the edge of the wall there, next to the big comms panel, just underneath us, before the security. Just don't take us through the security.
Of course. I think there is something going wrong with the station, sir. Perhaps you could use your expertise and engineering skills to sort the problem out. I believe that I do not want my Tetris machine damaged. And don't forget, the still is there. Ivan will need a drink.
I am afraid to say, Dimitri, that this is the last time that we will be here on this station. We're leaving. This is, as you know, the last of the stations down here. We must decommission this one now. This is a decommission order. As the most senior ranking member on the station, as the longest served, I am going to give the order that we leave the station behind, and I'm afraid that we will not be able to. But if you feel that you are able to go back and help in the mess hall, that would be much appreciated. Dr. Pham is injured. She would appreciate your help.
Of course, I will head back there now. He kind of turns, kind of moves a step forward, kind of stops, and kind of looks back towards you, looks back towards the patient on the floor, kind of, and seems to be conflicted about something. And he's just kind of turning left and right. And then he starts heading back, and he just kind of ignores you and heads back now on the passageway, as if there was been some sort of slight glitch. And yes, things are not going well.
Can I have a look at the monitoring panels and see what the power situation is?
Okay, make a Comtech roll, please. Oh, no, sorry, heavy machinery. Heavy machinery. We'll do heavy machinery. It's not exactly very computer orientated down here.
You?
Okay. No, definitely not. and it's frustrating that you can't kind of get that sort of thing there. Yeah. Now you can, if you want to, you can try and push the roll.
Yes.
Adds 1 point of stress to you
Okay.
before you roll again.
Mm-hmm. There we go. 2 successes. I don't want to have to.
Okay.
I don't want to have to roll for it again. I want to just keep this information right in front of me.
Okay. Nice choice of a stunt there. Okay, yes. Looking at the information, there is now flooding alerts coming from the mess hall and hydroponics and the medical bay. It doesn't say what happened, but there's now rising water in the mid-level and lower levels of the station. Okay, Olga, you kind of got knocked down into. Sorry, cool.
Was it power? How was the power situation?
Oh, sorry, power. Power situation is fine. Still maintaining level. For some reason, since you last went out there, no extra drop in the power. Okay, Olga, you kind of got knocked into the pump area. I'm going to need you to make another mobility check to climb up safely. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so you got 2 successes. So you can use a second success so that if you need to climb up any of the railings, you won't need to make a skill roll again. So any climbing sort of action, you could use that, or you can jump up skillfully in half the time, or if someone was watching, you could do it so that you impress someone with your amazing climbing skills. Yeah, I would go with the don't have to do it again. Yes. So yes, you managed to climb up on to out of the pump area, and there's a bit of water in the pump area as well, but seems to be fairly normal. There's always a bit of water there. Okay.
Continuing on to make my way into security. So
okay,
I'm trying to get out.
Okay, so you climb up and enter into this area here and start heading, and there you see Sixon. But before you talk to Sixon, we'll go back to Dubov. Dubov, the water is coming in. It is looking unlikely that the things are going to be good. You have to climb up the ladder, my friend. Are you going to go for it?
Yeah, I will try to ascend the ladders yet again without cocking up so badly that I end up braining myself.
Whoa!
Hey.
I wasn't specific enough last time.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, I mean, the heart's all kind of pounding there. Now, you've got, again, 2 successes, so you could have another success, so you don't need to make another similar climbing roll. You'll automatically succeed if that's what you fancy.
Yeah, I may as well. I mean, it's not exactly as if this place isn't like falling to bits around me and I might need to ascend without making another roll.
Well, that's true. You never know what happens, though. But yeah, you managed to climb up, and as you kind of get up, you can see the Tetris machine is on its angle over Dr. Pham. But worse than that, you can see the still has been damaged, and the container with the alcohol in is kind of leaning, and it's starting to drip out, and some of the water in here is definitely the alcohol that's been produced over the last 24 hours that you didn't consume the night before all this shit happened. And yeah, that's so you're gonna alcohol,
Tetris machine, human life, and all that.
That one last drink. I don't know how you feel about Dr. Pham. You tell me how you feel about Dr. Pham.
Dr. Pham's the only friend I've got down here, so I'll move the Tetris machine off the doctor.
Good man. Right. Okay. Well, we'll make you have a strength roll. You can add a +1 to it because Maria is going to assist you.
Dr. Pham's trying to assist as well.
Dimitri's
Yeah, but
on his way.
Doctor Fam is just yeah. You're too much in too much pain to assist. We're not going to let you have an assist there. It's just
Oh, for
Oh,
Try not to sit on it.
He puts all his weight on the machine as he's trying to.
I
Okay.
actually move the machine over just slightly, complete the line, and you disappear out of existence.
okay. Okay. You've just fallen. You've climbed up. There's water pouring in. The still is broken. I think we need you to make a panic roll.
He needs to make a panic roll.
I think he needs to make a panic roll. You're okay because there's nothing you can do at the moment. We're being loose and fast with the rules. I want this
No, I'm fine
story
with
to be
it.
good.
I'm fine with it. No.
You're fine with it. Okay.
Is that good? No, it's not good. Or is it good?
I'm going to guess that high is bad, low is good.
I don't know. I depends how much he's trying to fuck us over right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's the other thing as well is that I've been down here now I've been down on this station at least a year. And I'm not allowed to smoke, and my character is a smoker. Hence why the alcohol was helping. But now the alcohol's gone. It's now technically still there, just mixed in with a lot of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say panic is. I mean, I always say it in these games anyway. When stuff starts to go bad, panic it's a valid form of expression.
Panic is a valid form of expression. You are dead right there. I'm sorry, I do not know the
It's,
panic. I know that what you've got.
105.
Yeah.
Is sorry? 105.
It's panic.
105, yeah.
You've got
Good
panic right there.
It's perfectly normal.
Whenever you have to resort to the manual, it's bad.
It is bad. Okay.
Is
What
anybody
equipment?
buying the line of BS that I intended this all along?
I think he
Okay,
just drops the Tetris machine.
I mean,
Sorry?
Just think.
Let's set up. You basically, whether by stress, confusion, or realization you're going to die, you drop a weapon or other important items. Your stress level
Tetris
increases by 1. What have you got on you?
Just drop the still.
Okay. So we have 2 potential items. We have your blade, or we have your cigarette case. I think you drop the cigarette case. And it drops into the water. Hence why you get 1 extra stress. And that is your comfort, that cigarette case. That's the thing that keeps you sane.
Was it empty?
It had 1 cigarette remaining. Hang on, it's still sealed. It's still sealed. I can still save it.
You could.
Go
Yeah,
over.
It's just washed itself down into the
Did
lower
you
level
weld
again.
it shut as well?
You watch it float away down onto the lower level and go diving after it.
Well, we'll worry about that later because you're kind of frozen by, and you always kind of go for that cigarette case to kind of calm yourself, to take that moment and kind of realize your cigarette case is gone, and you don't know where it is. You don't know where your case is, and you're kind of phased by that for a second. As Dimitri kind of walks in, he kind of looks, Tetris, and he kind of runs over across, knocks Maria as he kind of comes in here, and he again just grabs the Tetris machine. And let's make a strength roll for him. And for some bizarre reason, he can't lift it. He can't. Why is that not come up with anything? Interesting.
You stupid machine! Lift with your knees, not your back.
Okay. Let's have a look at that, because that's not coming up as anything on there. So what's gone wrong with his character sheet? I don't know. Let's try that again. Oh, there we go. That's better.
Finally.
Okay. So yes, we'll say he gonna. Okay, and Dr. Family's gonna as the machine, and he's kind of lifted it up, and he's kind of got it in his hands, and he kind of looks. There you go, Dr. Fam. You are safe. And he turns out of the mess hall, and he starts walking down the corridor, carrying the arcade machine. Oh,
I'm gonna plug it in.
No, he sees him moving it out of the mess hall. He sees the walls up, and yeah, he's kind of going this way as if he's heading towards the elevator, and he's carrying the arcade machine, which you had nicely unplugged for him.
Well,
So,
I'm glad I managed something.
You can see Maria kind of gets up, and she's kind of got a bruise on her forehead from the impact of Dimitri, as he kind of almost knocked her aside to get to the precious Tetris machine. And you can see then, as you're looking, you can see Dubov kind of just stood there, and he's kind of almost like frozen in space. You can see his eyes are darting left and right as if he's looking for something.
So I grab a hold of Maria's face, and I just shout, "We have to go! We have to go now!" And then I turn around to Dubov, and I go, "Slap!" Come on!
Yeah. Okay, so yes, Dubov, you are slapped, and you can now see you've got no cigarette case is gone. What are you doing? I guess they start heading towards the exit of the mess hall.
Yeah.
And now,
Quick bit of mental maths. Go either drown looking for the cigarette case with the last remaining cigarette probably on the planet, or try and find more fresh air to breathe. And then mourn the loss of the cigarette. I think
the cigarette wins.
Cigarette and leave.
Okay, yep. So you kind of follow them out of the corridor, and you kind of bump into them, because you guys kind of catch up with Dimitri, and he's not walking fast, and he's carrying this huge fucking arcade machine, and that's kind of this is not good. And you can see now water is kind of pouring out of the mess hall now into this corridor, and the inner door of the airlock is going, so the water is actually rushing down into the airlock door. There is a pressure door here as well that you could close. I mean, Dubov, do you think you're going to close that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, you managed to close it. Yep. That's going to help. Yes. And okay. And we'll leave you as you're following Dimitri, who's struggling to carry the arcade machine, and is kind of coming down here. Okay. So back to Sixon. No. Okay, let's go back to Diego. You kind of we forgot about you. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
We'll get to your death soon.
My plans actually fit in perfectly with what you did, because from the command center I would have shouted out, Diego, go help the doctor now. There was a call from Maria. I'm in command. I'm taking control now, and I'll meet you there. And I was gonna book it towards the mess hall to help.
Okay.
And as I see at this point Dimitri taking the Tetris machine down, I'm gonna shout at him and say, "No, leave that. There's a Pac-Man machine up above. I'll teach you Pac-Man." And
okay.
Gotta help the people get out.
Hang on. I think that we do need to make some sort of skill roll to try and convince him on this, because this is kind of, so you can either use manipulation or command, depending on how you want to go with it. Manipulation is with the Pac machine. I think it's more manipulation.
Okay.
But
Very good, then.
we'll go with that one, I think.
All right. Okay.
It makes very little difference because you've got 0 in it.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I was trying to use my wits to actually,
Oh, sorry. You're going to use you've got an ability, have you? Okay.
Oh, I don't know. Just.
No. You. Oh, yeah. No. That doesn't work. No.
It sounds like it should, but it doesn't in this system.
No.
I'm going to roll my manipulation.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll push it.
Push it real good.
Add 1 point.
I'm adding 1 stress.
Add 1 stress, and then you can push it again. So you should be able to click it again with the extra 1 stress. So just click it.
The blueness of his eyes is really disconcerting. I don't know whose
You've lost
side he's
yourself
on
in them.
Okay.
or what he's doing.
Okay.
I believe you need a roll from me.
Well, I think we're going to have to make a panic roll, and I think a panic roll is going to be what you need. Oh dear, I do believe that you are suffering from something there.
Yes, I am.
Oh dear.
I am.
Okay. You're kind of
fallen for Dimitri.
You're kind of there, and also it's almost like the comedy factor of this Seegson android, its blue skin and the white piercing electronic eyes, the lifeless eyes carrying this extremely large and old Tetris machine, and you almost like to tremble, and your hands kind of and basically you suffer a -2 to any agility rolls until your panic stops. So to stop panic, it basically affects you for 1 round. So you're kind of, and you can feel your hands shaking, the tremble as he kind of comes along here and starts turning down the corridor. And you guys, you're kind of following up behind Dimitri. And you can see that DA is kind of stood about here. He tried to say something to Dimitri, and and Dr. Pham, you can see his definitely his left hand is definitely trembling there. He's kind of almost like frozen in time as such for a second. And you kind of see Maria is there as well, and you kind of, are you okay, DA? Hey, and he says,
what have you done, Diego?
Come on, Tetris, man, Dimitri, water, shaking.
And yes, there is a bit of water on the floor.
Why is the station shaking still so much?
What have you done?
I've come to help you. Pac-Man!
Wait.
You hear a voice on the comms.
We have to run before the Pac-Man eats us.
Where is everyone? The lift is almost here.
Oh crap! Right.
We're in command. Where are you, Lou? You by the lift, yeah?
We're in monitoring. Hurry up.
Oh,
How long do we have?
not long. Okay.
Oh. Thank you for being so specific.
As an engineer, I feel it's my job.
Okay, Olga. Let's quickly just jump to Olga. You were. What were you doing in all this?
I was just making my way to security. So
That's right. Okay.
The only way I know to get off the station. So I'm just going back to the elevator.
Okay, so you can see you're in security, and you hear some commotion at the back, and something comes over the comms, but kind of focus on, and you can see the elevator, and it's definitely the line is indicating it's coming down. It seems to be very, very slow. It seems to be a much slower descent than what you remembered when you came down here. A few hours ago, when all this chaos has kind of started, and you can kind of see it's coming down. Hopefully 10, 15, 20 minutes, maybe. Maybe it is coming down faster. You're just not sure. I don't know. And at that point, I think we'll take a 5-minute break, will we? So, we're back. Novotny Station. Moving towards the security area. Sixon, you are in the monitoring station, aren't you? As you are waiting. Okay. You're kind of there, and you're kind of just keeping an eye on the readouts, the basic station readouts, and it's a lot of analog type gauges. And one of the gauges kind of just kind of sparks and just goes to max and goes beyond the red line max, and kind of packs back. You got to tell it's basically an external detector to detect basically a build up a volume of energy. It's sometimes used to monitor the external area and keep an eye on if there is any major surges on the reactor. But the reactor, there's two. There's also a standard reactor needle, which is just kind of flickering on about the energy usage it was. So one gauge is picking up a huge energy surge from something, but it should be picking up the reactor, but the reactor is kind of stable and doesn't seem to be kind of affected too much.
I go on the comms.
Okay.
I go on the comms. Everybody, you must hurry up. It is very important that you are here. Come on, move it now. We cannot afford to wait another minute. There are strange effects within the Stegson core, and if we do not leave now, the whole thing is capable of taking us with it before even the blue thing outside does.
And at that point, the whole station rocks again. Not localized, but the whole thing rocks. Every facet, bolts kind of come undone. Water pops from seals in the room. Can you all make mobility checks, please?
Don't make me do it.
And this is where one of us breaks both our legs accidentally.
No!
Okay. Right. Well, I think we'll start at the top. Actually, no. We're going to do one thing before we start at the top. We are going to make a quick roll for Dimitri because he is holding, of course, the
most important bit of kit.
The most important bit of kit, which is the Pac-Man machine.
Tetris.
And
yeah,
that sorry, the Tetris machine, not Pac-Man. Pac-Man's later. Now he is going to have a -2 because he is carrying a heavy piece of equipment.
Operate heavy machinery roll.
Okay, and he kind of, and you can see he's holding this, and he seems to sway with the station, holding the Tetris machine perfectly in balance to the whole
5.9
shaking of the whole station shaking. Unfortunately, let's start at the top. Diego, you failed your mobility roll.
Yes, I did.
Add 1 point of stress. And then can you make a panic roll, please?
Okay.
Oh my god!
We're handling
Sorry,
the
I dropped
stressful
something.
situations so well.
Oh dear, oh dear. It could be worse, I'm sure.
It will get worse,
It
I'm
could
sure.
be one more worse than that.
Maybe it could be one more worse than that. Okay, so whether by stress, confusion, or the realization you're all going to die, we've read this one before, haven't we?
Yeah.
You drop an item. So what does Diego have on him that he could actually drop?
His dignity.
I no, that's
We all lost that at session.
I lost that the previous roll. I do have a custom underwater power tool that is quite powerful.
Did have a custom underwater power tool.
Probably underwater now.
Yep. Okay.
We
Well,
haven't used that yet.
no, not yet, but who knows? Okay, so Dr. Pham,
I know what she's dropped.
can you add 1 point of stress?
Okay.
And can you also make a panic roll, please?
Let's see. Oh,
You had to say it.
Wow.
Didn't you?
We
You had to
haven't
say
seen
it.
that one yet.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. 1 more than 9, he says. It keeps 1 more than 9, didn't he? He said that.
Yeah,
You
always have
freeze.
one thing.
as the station rocks around you, you lose a next action, which is kind of just freezing you in place. Your stress level and the stress level of all friendly PCs in short range of you increases by 1. So add an extra stress point, Kim. And can we have a stress point for Mr. Duboff and Mr. DA, please?
Christ, if only I could smoke.
Yeah.
Okay, Sixon. Yes, you kind of just brace yourself against the machinery and the controls, as it's almost like you anticipated a shockwave, because that definitely is what it was. It was a shockwave. It wasn't and this is the extra success information you're getting. It wasn't basically an impact into the side. The whole station shook. Everything just kind of shook. There was definitely some sort of shockwave that rolled over the Buckley station. And as you...
Does my readout on the gauges tell me that there is a meltdown or anything like that? Because that would be my first assumption, that the core just...
The reactor is stable. It was not the station's nuclear reactor. If it was the station's nuclear reactor, you would have all been vaporized. It was not the station's nuclear reactor. But what you are now seeing is more leaks and now flood warnings coming in as all parts of the station are rattling loose. There is water coming in through the command center. And in fact, looking at the camera that you've got there, there's a huge crack in one of the very, very strong windows in the command center, which is the level above this level. And if that goes, that will flood out this entire level you're on.
I am closing the bulkhead door to jogging track. When you get there, bang on it. I will open and let you in.
Okay.
Wait, we're coming, wait!
Leave it for a second.
Don't close it yet!
Olga, you also must have had some sort of sense of presence. You're kind of focused on watching that elevator come down, and it's getting closer. It's getting closer. Your way off the station is coming soon, and you kind of feel the whole station rock. But you manage to brace yourself against the walls, and just kind of not sure what it was, but yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you're in the right spot. The elevator's coming down, and everything is okay.
And I've got nothing to do, really.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting.
You're just waiting. You're just waiting. Okay. So you all hear the call. I'm closing the door. Are you closing the bulkhead door then, Sixon?
Yes, I am pushing the door shut so that there will be no more water coming into our last means of escape. If this floods, then nobody is getting out.
Well, there's a little bit of water coming in this one, but it's not too. The bulkhead door is here.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're going to go and you guys, as you're making your way, across this tunnel. And again, Dimitri is seeming to slow you down because he's kind of taking up the whole of the corridor, carrying the Tetris machine. And you know there's a ladder to go down. And you know there's a hatch to go down to get to the security station. And yeah, it's kind of, you're not sure how he's going to get it down there, but he's definitely slowing you down. You can also hear glass cracking. Not shattering, but cracking. Diego, you kind of just kind of hear that and you think, did I close the bulkhead door from the command center? Did I? And there's a lot of glass up there. That's the only glass that's in the station that you... Oh, shit, you didn't. And that is that point there. So, what are you doing? Are you going to try and push past Dimitri? Are you going to try and stop Dimitri? Are you just going to keep going at this pace as he carries walking on down with the Tetris machine?
I know that Dr. Pham is freaking out.
Dr. Pham isn't moving now.
No, but she's freaking out. Where she's standing, where she is she's screaming, "Lou, no, don't shut the door! Don't leave us here! Don't leave us here!" Lou, you son of a bitch!
That would add a level of stress to me for sure.
No, we'll take the level of stress is the panic of the whole situation. Okay, so you are making your way across now the jogging track, and you can see as you get to here, Dimitri kind of stops because he kind of looks down the ladder, and at the bottom of the ladder you can see the hatch into the monitoring and then the security area, which leads to the elevator to the surface.
Don't think of me too cruel here, but as he's leaning over to look, I'm just gonna.
Okay. Make a close combat roll.
He asked for it.
He did ask for it. You can add +2 to your roll because A, you're behind him. B, he is carrying the Tetris machine. Oh
wow!
That's considering the amount of stress there. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I mean, I could have used the knife, but I decided screw it.
But yeah, okay. So effectively, yeah, you're kind of shoving him. So that's 1 point damage. You got 4 other successes. What are you intending to do with? You can add 3 to the damage that he takes.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, you can.
Can he have the machine land on him and smash him to pieces?
Well, you could have the machine land on him. Yes, yeah. If it will go down the hatch. But I mean, you could have knocking to the ground, as in that would knock it. So we say one stunt is to knock him, so he actually does fall down the hatch and the ladder, and so we'll say the extra 3 are damage to him.
Yep.
Okay. Now, fortunately for good old Dimitri, he is a hardy and strong individual. So we're going to knock off. How much damage did we take? 1, 2, 4. Yeah, he's using 1 success for a stunt though, effectively. So he's gonna knock off. A little bit off his 8 strength and off his 8 health. He does go down to the ground. You do hear a crack of something, and let's just say the Tetris machine does fall and kind of lands on him, pinning him in place.
Irony of ironies, the Tetris machine in its shape.
Yeah, it just kind of.
I was thinking maybe you use one of the successes so that he doesn't bear a grudge afterwards.
No, that doesn't work. Okay, but yeah, you can see his android body has been, damaged. You can see the synthetic white blood coming out of him. And you can see as you're looking down and seeing this moment. And again, you guys, Dr. Pham, you kind of see Dubov do this.
I'm frozen in place. Back.
No, you're still there because you heard the cracking of glass as well. So, yeah, you're there, and you kind of see this, and you kind of see Dimitri kind of. He's not down and out; he's down, and he kind of just eyes, and you can see those white eyes, Dubov, just kind of are almost staring through you, and he is going to try and lift and throw off the parts of the machine that have fallen on him and broken.
Dimitri, I told you to get yourself checked by Lou. You've been too long. You slipped down the stairs.
Okay, he kind of smashes the rest of the Tetris machine off him. You can see, as I said, there's the huge gash in the leg, and he kind of. My Tetris machine. My Tetris machine. My Tetris machine. Looks up at Dubov. My Tetris machine. And he just kind of stood there staring at you. But you have to now go down the ladder. Okay, now, let's be fine. Sixon. You kind of just closed and locked the door. You heard some screams from someone. You think it was Dr. Pham shouting, and then you heard a doof and a crash from outside.
Like water,
it doesn't sound like water,
so
but
I open the door because it doesn't sound like water, and that's what I've been concerned about. And I open the door to look. I start, back again, and I open it up, and I shout up, "Are you there? What is happening?"
You can see at the bottom of the stairs, it looks like the Tetris machine is all smashed. You can see Dimitri is there. His leg has got the synthetic blood coming out of it, as there are several cuts and damage to his blue skin. And the white synthetic blood really does show up and highlight against that blue skin.
Dimitri,
and he's kind of just staring up.
What have you done? Come here, and I walk over to him. And I reach my hand out and I just drag him by the hand. Come on, we'll get you fixed. What were you thinking? Did you carry that blessed damn machine from all the way from the mess hall? Come, and I'm pulling him as I'm pulling him into the monitoring station.
Mr. Dubov pushed me.
I don't think he... Well, actually, that's probably the sort of thing he... We'll be having words with him. Let's get you as fixed up as we can. Come on. Maintenance is just down here.
Okay, right.
I thought that's coming.
You doing? Are you climbing down?
Get down, or I'll throw you down.
Okay, so does someone want to climb down before Dubov?
I will climb
Everybody.
down. I think at this point I'm going to try to help Dr. Pham, because she was the one the most shaken up and fell down and hurt. So I'm going to attempt to help her.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll have a mobility roll then. Yeah. If you can make a mobility roll, we're going to let Dr. Pham add +1. We're going to let Dr. Pham add +1 to your roll. Very cute. Very cute. Kids, they want to be involved, right?
That now you know the real purpose of the screen.
I'm afraid the screen failed you. It didn't.
It failed me. It does. It fails me.
Okay, so we're going to let you have a nice +1, which means that Dr. Pham is not going to have to make a mobility roll. Her life is resting on your shoulders with that +1.
And we know how well she thinks of me so far.
Oh, God, yeah. And she's probably screaming at you the whole time. This is all you! You're the UPP! This is all you!
Make that roll! Make it!
All right, let's go.
She's distracted you somewhat.
Don't fight me on this. I'm trying to help you, goddammit. The place is crazy.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's about it.
You kind of fail as you both kind of lose your footing, lose your handhold. We're going to have now one mobility roll from you each with a -1 to see if you can grab on, do something without taking any damage. So let's have a mobility roll from each of you with a -1.
You realise you're crippling me with that -1, don't you?
I do realise I'm crippling you with a -1.
Kind of the idea.
Unfortunately, you both fall.
No.
Oh!
No.
Wow! Okay.
I made a roll.
Okay. Whether it's by... So hang on. Diego is a rival for you, isn't he, Dr.
Yes. I've kicked him down.
Basically, yeah. By some hook or by crook, you managed to kind of grab hold of the ladder to stop yourself falling down. You kind of possibly knocked Diego as you attempted to grab on, and Diego, you kind of go falling down into the mass of damaged wood, metal components, electrical components, glass, as you impact into the floor with the where the arcade machine was. So you're going to take 1 point of damage. I also want you.
I'm at this point. Do I at least fall in such a way where my body positioning and shape would make a flat platform for everybody else to walk straight across?
Possibly.
Nice
Are you gone down to 0?
I am down at 0, yes.
You're at 0. Right. Okay. So
I am the floor.
You are the floor. You are broken.
Crash mat.
You are broken. So now we have to do something kind of fun that we kind of haven't done before. We need to roll a D66. Can we roll D66? Let's just roll 2 6-sided dice. Oh, you can.
I'm really sorry, Jake.
And higher is better, right?
That's kind of a middling roll. You're okay.
No,
Okay.
I think that's head.
Okay. Dr. Fan,
Yes.
you kind of see Diego as he falls. He kind of lands, not head first, but he lands on his back, and his head impacts into the ground. Because 64 is a crushed skull,
Oh, shit.
which is fatal.
No.
And your story ends here.
No.
It was an
I hate
honor
you,
to be
Diego,
the first.
But Jake, I love you.
And my personal goal.
Okay, so you kind of see his body. He's kind of lying there, kind of spreading on, and you just see a very, very large pool of blood spreading from the wound. Sixon, you are at the bottom of this with the door open, aren't you? I want you to add 1 point of stress, and Dr. Pham, I want you to add 1 point of stress as well, please.
Yeah.
And I want Sixon to make a panic roll, please.
Fair enough. So 1 point of stress first.
Yep, and then you
And
click the
then-
panic roll.
And then a panic.
Okay, you're fine. This is disturbing. You've just seen Diego's head kind of splatter like a coconut shell. And rather than the coconut juices coming flying out, you see blood and brain matter kind of spread all out under him. And you can kind of see he says it's funny. He's died with a big beaming smile on his face, as if it was his purpose in life to help someone else out and smile, and you can see Dr. Pham kind of grabbing hold of, and Dr. Pham, you're kind of looking down, and you see, you can see him there, kind of.
And I suddenly realised what I've done, I guess. And Diego. I kind of drop down to his body, kind of cradling his head.
Okay. You kind of pick his head up, and blood and brain matter kind of goes onto your hand, and
Diego.
And Dubrov, you kind of lean over. You heard something, and you see is he your friend? Is he your buddy?
Nah.
No, Fam's my buddy.
Oh, that's okay. You can see Diogo lying on the ground, blood pouring out of a very very terminal head wound, and I need you to make a mobility roll to get down.
Yeah.
And hopefully you won't fail and fall on Dr. Pham and kill Dr. Pham.
What are the odds?
What are the odds?
Oh, if I must fail this roll.
Yeah. Oh, whoa! You kind of skipped down.
me, kid. We're getting out
down
of here.
Land. You can see right in your face. You can see to your right. You can see Sixon, and to your left you can see the Dr. Pham cradling the dead, and now there's blood all over Dr. Pham. You can see brain matter, and not even a good welder will be able to fix that skull. That's kind of the first thing that kind of goes through that morbid mind of yours.
I'm kind of looking up at him, kind of. Diego,
We'll drink through his memory later. Grab her by the shoulder.
While we
what was the last thing that went through his mind? Tetris.
while we take a moment just there, and we switch over to Olga, who's oblivious to all this death, the amount of destruction, the potential shattering of the command center glass. As you're stood in front of the elevator, and you've been kind of willing the elevator door to open, and willing to open the elevator door to open. At that point, you kind of, and the door doesn't open, but it's definitely at the bottom. So you kind of push the button, and open the door, and there's no one in it, but there is a large metal crate, maybe a foot by a foot there, and you can see it's got a Wayland Yutani insignia on the side of the crate, and you kind of look at it, and there's a little LED screen on the top right hand corner, and you can see there's numbers counting down, and it's an LED screen. It's counting down and counting down, and as you kind of realize that this is definitely not good, you have seen this sort of things before, and at that moment the last thought goes through your mind: that fucking general.
The last thought.
As suddenly you are blown back as explosion. The whole station kind of, and there's for you guys in there, it's kind of, you hear something. You hear a scream, you hear and smell burnt flesh, and you're covered in blood and six, and you're kind of glancing back, and you can see this fireball kind of coming along the corridor, and you can just see the reactor gauge just on your.
You've just cut off there.
Have I cut off? Sorry. You can see the reactor gauge all kind of stable there, as suddenly bright light, fire engulfs you as the darkness befalls you. And as we end this scene at the moment, above, the camera kind of goes all the way up to the surface. You can see Yuri, the station surface chief, lying there, body gunshot wounds. You can see Wayland Yutani, corporate security there, and you can also see this person here, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you this person here.
Oh.
And you can see the security guards. Mr. Bishop, the device has been delivered. We have secured the specimen. It's time for us to leave. And he kind of just looks over at the water. They fucked this place up. Let's go. And he kind of walks towards the dropship, climbs on board. The security kind of go there. You can see the body of Yuri, the surface station chief, lying blood as a gunshot wound. And the ship kind of takes off. At that point, as they're just flying into the air, huge plume of water kind of, and the platform just kind of disintegrates and sinks into the water as the scene goes black. And I'm afraid that none of you survived.